This is the brake beam as you buy it. And you can see when I put them on these wheels, these are 5-inch gauge wheels, and you can see that these brake beams are just that 1/4 inch short. So I had to cut them here and extend them so that they ran on the treads of the 5-inch gauge wheels. And that looks something like this. And so what I did was I extended it, I cut it and extended it, and then put spliced in brass pieces, and then used a special solder that would solder zinc to make this up. But as you can see, this has got bent and various derailments, and this, you look at that, that's about the 5th time it's broken off there. And the older this gets, the more difficult it becomes to solder. So something changes in zinc. I don't know, it oxidizes or something, but it becomes more and more difficult to solder. The solution to this is make up these. This is the new brake gear. You can see it's not got the fancy end to it, which it doesn't need. It's all made of steel, so if it bends, it's easily bent back or re-brazed. It's all been brazed together. Those are the new brake beams. They fit into slots, as you can see on here. They fit into slots, which is quite a neat idea. That keeps them steady, running on the tires, on the treads of the wheels. First off is to make the brake beams itself, and this is just a piece of 1/2 inch by I think it's 3/16. Let me have a look. No, it's by 1/8. 1/2 inch by 1/8. Mild steel bar. You can buy it most hardware stores. Make a little notch out of there, and that's where the brake shoes are going to go, here and here. And I'll show you how I machine those brake shoes and put all this together. Now what I need to do is make the brake shoes themselves, and I use the same material, but I'm going to have to mill it down to make it thinner and then bend it. And I'll show you what I do. I don't have a milling machine. All I have is what's called a vertical slide on my Myford machine, which is a vise set vertically on the cross slide, completely at right angles to the bed and completely at right angles across here to the milling cutter. Oops, I'll find it, the milling cutter you see there. So what I need to do first is to pack out the vise with some pieces. I don't need to be extremely accurate. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use a similar piece. I'm going to put that in there like that. I'm putting a little bit to push it forward there, which is just a little bit of round. And then this piece can go in here like this and tighten it down. The jaw just pushed apart a little bit there. So that's now going to be right angles to the milling cutter. So I can now tighten that up. And this allows the slide with the vise on it to go up and down for milling flat surfaces. It's pretty useful. So let's get on, do some milling here. Start the old lathe. Put a little bit of the coolant on it. Oops. Cutting fluid. Take a bit bigger cut. So I hope that's the last cut. Just do a quick check with the old calipers. Yep, that's the right size. So let's remove it from the vertical slide. There it is. That's the brake, going to be the brake shoes. So here's the brake shoe. I'm going to just clean off the swarf that's been created by the milling cutter. The burr, I should say, been created by the milling cutter. Okay, good. Get our quick wipe. Now for the brake shoe, you can see the one that's been constructed needs to be curved. You can see that there on the wheel. So now I have to put a curve in this. Let me show you how to do it. So I have the jaws slightly open. I put the metal in. You can see it's at an angle across the jaws, and I just, using my own strength, I just bend the steel just a little bit each time. And you can see that's bending quite nicely there. If I compare that to the tyre on the wheel, oh, that was lucky, very close. So I'm going in the right direction for this, so I'm going to bend the rest of it. There it is, going well. Okay, so that is the first brake block. So all I have to do now is braze it on the end there, end of the brake shaft, to start making it into a functioning brake gear. I'll show you how I do that.